Whew, I'm excited for this one. Oh, beautiful. Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. If you're new around here, my name is Aidan, and in today's review we have an absolutely incredible pair of sneakers to take a look at. I've actually been waiting for these shoes for quite some time. I remember seeing the first initial images come out a few months ago, but unfortunately we had to wait for the release. But I'm very glad to say that we have them in hand now. So in today's review, we will be taking a look at the Nike Air Max 90 in the hemp colorway. I'm dead excited to get into this one. Don't want to hold you up on the intro. So sit back, relax, and let's go ahead and get straight into this video. So just like we always do, before we get into the shoes, let's just kick this off with the packaging. And for this one, we just see that ordinary, bog standard red Nike sportswear box. I say it all the time, you've seen one, you've seen them all, you've seen this one. Now, if we do take a quick look at the label, which reads, we have the Nike Air Max 90 in the Rattan Copper Cacao Wow colorway. A little bit difficult to say. And I'm very glad to say that this is a UK size 9, as it is a personal pair. Now, I have been getting a lot of comments from a lot of people across the world from the community tab saying that they didn't even know that these shoes were coming out and really wanted a little bit more information on how to get them. Now, I'm not sure if they have released elsewhere in the world just yet, so kind of just keep an eye out for that. But if you do want to get an early pair, pause the video or go back to that point in the video to make sure you're checking out the size label, because that can be quite important if you are getting them early. But outside of that, if we do actually open up the box itself, on the inside we just have that pretty standard boring tissue paper. But underneath that, we have the shoes, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. So without any further ado, the moment we've all been waiting for, in hand we have the Nike Air Max 90 in the hemp colorway. Now, as I was saying a little bit earlier on in the intro, I feel like I've been waiting for these for absolutely ages now. Now, as always with most releases, the official release images came out maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago. Ever since then, every single month I've been checking for these. And then when I did actually see on the Soul Suppliers website that it was due to be dropping like November, December time, I was absolutely gassed to get it. Definitely was high on the agenda to add into the collection, especially after we picked up the Air Max 1 Hemps earlier this year. I was very excited to get them. I was very fortunate as well that I was actually able to use a cheeky discount for these. So I was actually able to get them quite significantly under retail as well. Now, these do retail for £145. I managed to get 25% off, so I'm not going to tell you the exact price, but you can make that up for yourself. Now, I've only actually seen that Nike EU or Nike Europe has actually dropped these. Nowhere else seems to have pairs, nor the retailers just yet. So I'm not sure what the situation is when it actually does come to the release itself. But as soon as they do start to roll out, I do expect that this is going to be a pretty major GR release. Now, if you are looking for maybe an early look, or if you're just looking to take a look at these before deciding to actually pick them up, in this review, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know, from materials through to sizing. So by the end of this video, you can decide for yourself whether or not this is something you're going to add to your collection as well. So just dive in straight into this one, starting out with the upper to begin with. And for this one, we do have this really nice autumnal colour scheme, adding in mixtures of earthy tones, including beige and brown, to these greens and blues. This for me is definitely up there as one of the nicest Air Max 90 colourways we've actually seen for quite some time. Now, if we get into the materials, we'll kick this off from the front of the shoe and then we'll gradually work our way back. At the base of the shoe, but primarily on the toe box, we do have a hemp material. Now, as you can expect, with being that this is the Air Max 90 hemps, they had to use hemp somewhere on the shoe itself. And for those of you that don't know, this is actually a lot more environmentally friendly than what we would traditionally see with most Air Max 90s that would traditionally be maybe mesh or leather. And again, just to tie into the Air Max 1 Hemps that we picked up as well, I don't know what it is about the hemp material, I just think it looks really nice in hand. It gives the shoe a really nice different look that you don't really get with a lot of other releases. And the colour scheme as well, just being in that hemp colour, it just looks absolutely incredible in my opinion. It's also been done in that really nice woven design to almost make it look like mesh without it actually being mesh as well. So I did think that that was a really nice look to it. And then wrapping around the toe box itself, on the overlays, we do have this very nice, soft to the touch, brown tumbled leather. Now, this isn't actually the very first time we've had a hemp Air Max 90. I don't want to give away too many details or spoil a potential video that I want you guys to see, but somebody that I'm actually subscribed to, Kieran Brooks, which I will link below in my description box, he actually did a review on the original hemp 90s. And I don't want to spoil anything within that video, so I'm not going to touch on it too much, but I'd highly recommend going to check it out. So again, it is in the description box down below. But as we then work our way onto the mudguard, we then have this really nice rich green suede, which does actually have a slightly rough texture to it. And as we then work our way into the midfoot portion, we do have a slight switch up in terms of materials as well as colour, as we have this aqua coloured soft suede material making up the Nike swoosh. As we then work our way onto the ankle collar, again, just like what we saw with the toe box, we do have more of that hemp material making up the ankle collar itself. And as we reach the heel, we do have this black TPU heel plate with the aqua coloured Nike Air branding featured on there as well. Definitely a big fan of the aqua accents. We do also see it on the mudguard as well, on the TPU cutout. So again, tying itself in together really nicely. And then when it comes to the lacing options for these, you do only get one set of laces. Personally, just like I did with the crepe hemp Air Max 1s, I'm going to leave it with the white laces. It's the best look in my opinion. But if you have any alternative opinions on that, or if you have any other lacing kind of like ideas, do make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. I'm definitely open to doing lace swaps a lot more now than I used to be before, but I think for this one in particular, the white laces is just fine. And then beneath the laces, we do have more hemp detailing on the tongue itself. At the top of the tongue, we then have a black tongue tag with the aqua blue Nike Air Max branding. And then as we do work our way onto the inside of the shoe, we do have this really nice plush white sock liner. When it comes to the Air Max 90, the cushioning is always absolutely fine. There's not an abundance in there, but I really don't feel like you need it, being that this is a low top option. But just in terms of how it feels on feet, you really don't have to worry about the comfort with these. And as we then work our way even further inside the shoe, we do have a mostly all black insole, featuring again more aqua accents on the Nike Air branding. But then just to close us out in terms of the details, as we then work our way down to the midsole, we do have your pretty standard polyurethane midsole with that visible air unit towards the heel. And the air unit itself has again been tinted in that really nice aqua blue colour. As we then work our way down to the outsole, we have a gum rubber outsole, which just looks absolutely incredible on this one. And especially when it's done in that traditional waffle style, I mean, it just honestly doesn't get much better than these. Now, when it does come to the overall sizing for the Air Max 90, I'm just going to suggest you go with your natural true to size fit, whatever that may be. I went true to size with a UK size 9. These fit me exactly the same as any of my other pickups. And honestly, very glad to say that it does. If there's any opportunity for you to actually try a pair before buying this one, so any other Air Max 90 will do, and that will make sure you are getting the correct sizing for you. No option to do that if you just wanted to order them online. Again, just go with your natural true to size fit and you should be absolutely fine with that. And then outside of that, we've covered everything that you need to know, from materials through to sizing. So if we now just go ahead and just wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video so you guys can get out of here, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, I'm going high for these and saying that these are a very solid 9.5 out of 10 for me. There's absolutely nothing to complain about for me in terms of this shoe. The materials are good, the QC was actually really good, bar some issues with some midsole paint, and everything about the shoe exceptional to me. Maybe it's an acquired taste that isn't necessarily to everybody's liking, but there is just something about the hemp design, like what we saw with the Air Max 1 hemps, which I absolutely love as well. Having the pair of them together is just absolutely incredible to me. Very, very glad to add these into the personal collection. That's all I really have to say about it. I've said everything that I need to say. So at this point, I'd love to get your guys' opinion as well. So do let me know what you think of my rating. Let me know what yours is as well. And let me know any of your other thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, as always, I just want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one. Peace.